Hello everyone. Hi doctor, you timed that perfectly. I is back from my death. I have revived. I am back. Sorry. I needed the few days apparently. But I am alive. I am here. I'm just clearing some emails real quick because they bug me. But we are back with Melody of the Night. Ta-da! We are going to hopefully finish this diagonal today. But how are you today, Doctor? Scissors out. Hey Natty, how are you today? I know I technically just asked you and you messaged me, but I'll ask again. It's like my default, I just ask. Oh, that's backwards. Do you know what? That's gonna have to stay like that. I can't. Actually, I can fix it. I'm a liar. Yeah, my first ring swapped its place with the last ring. But you guys will have a floss tube tomorrow. I edited that today because today's actually been the first day I woke up and not needed to nap. So I got things done. But the reason why it took me so long to edit was my computer is dying a slow death. I feel 4 out of 10. I'm sorry, doctor. That's basically how I felt. And then yesterday I felt a bit better. I felt like a 5, 6 out of 10. But I was like, let's just take the extra day to rest. Because otherwise, if I'd come back too soon, I would have crashed harder. So it was like, let's just wait. So I am here. We are not missing Melody of the Night. That's coming out. I'm going to change tomorrow's schedule. Tomorrow we're working on this again. Because last Friday I did say we would do this. So I'm going to make up for that by doing it tomorrow instead. So this will get its 2 streams that week. Yeah, I think my Crohn's was just having a little hiccup. But, you know, it's all fine. I am here now. Sometimes you just need to rest. I think those of you that were here Monday could tell that something was happening because I was just feeling so ill. Like all Monday. So I think it was, you know, the signs were there and I just pushed through them and I paid the consequences. I did say this on Monday's stream. Was it Mondays? Or was it Fridays? I actually can't remember, but I did get the finance for the computer. Oh, it was actually Tuesday that I did it. I applied and I got approved. I don't think I've actually said it on stream. Yep, so we have a new computer. I don't have it yet, obviously. I have to wait because I showed it to you on Friday's stream, or Monday's stream. I can't remember. The days are all blurring. And it wouldn't have been Fridays because I didn't stream last Friday. It would have been Thursday, so it had to have been Monday, I'm pretty sure. I am waiting because the case I bought is, well, the case I picked is a pre-order at the moment. So every day I check the listing for this case to see if it's in stock yet. So I've also signed up to be notified when the case is in stock, but I'm just waiting. Oh, my computer just froze then for a second. Today could just be another stream where I just stop because the computer doesn't want to cooperate. We shall see. You'd think because it knows it's being replaced, it would be behaving. But I spoke to my sister last night about this current PC I have, the one I'm using right now. Because I was like, I don't want to get rid of it because it's very special. It also cost me too much money because I upgraded it So, you know, I have all the parts. And it's still good. I just can't use it to play intense games and to stream like I want to. So I was like, do you want it? And I said that to her last night. I was like, do you want it? I was like, because she uses her iPad to draw and to watch stuff on, which means she's taking that battery. You know, that battery's draining on her iPad. And I said, so why don't you, instead of draining your iPad battery to draw and to watch stuff, use this computer downstairs, because there's certain someone who doesn't live here anymore left his stuff behind and doesn't want it, like the monitors. OMG, there's a British frog on my screen. I know, ribbit, ribbit. Hi, Kel. And it's cross-stitching, I know. I know, it's a miracle. Frogs can cross-stitch even with their mucousy hands. Guys, I'm watching curling right now. There is curling drama. We'll get into it a bit later, but because I want to finish talking about my computer and my sister. I think it's this. I think that is the best combo. Yes, ribbit, ribbit. Until we have to frog our stitches, then it's not. Also, I've missed, so you know how I was missing this nail varnish? Well, I now have 3 missing fingers, so I'm going to paint them probably over the weekend. Let's say. Yeah, so I was talking to her about it, and I was like, would you mind helping me sort this new one out? Because we are going to swap my RAM over. We're going to take the 2 8s out of the new one and put my 2 16s into the new one. That's the only thing we're going to do. We're not touching anything else. Because I really want more RAM, you know. I have to frog on the Haid. Oh no, okay, what happened? Six, 2, 3, 4, 2, 4, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so I was like, yeah, okay, because I would like to do that, because I wanted to upgrade the RAM, but it jumps the price up by too much, so I was like, it's fine. And then we were talking and having a bit of a laugh, and I said the only thing she'd need to get is a keyboard and a mouse. And I gave the bad news to my people stitching the Haid with me. I told them it was AI and they had no idea. Oh, that's oof. I hope you broke it to them gently, Cal, and you like were like, guys, this is really unfortunate, but I have been told that these are AI. And you didn't just go, yo, these are AI. But what was their reaction when you did tell them that it was AI? Were they like, ooh? I did. Good. You broke it to them gently. You didn't just like, yo, what's up? Stitching my 4th hexagon today. Nice, Doctor. You are slowly catching up. Well, not slowly. You are catching up. You're making a ton of progress each day. You will get there. These ones are also more complicated, so they wanted to trash it. They want to trash it now. I'm like, don't trash it. No, there's no point. They've already spent the money. They might as well finish it. All they have to do is just not talk about it. By that I mean, like, don't If they post it on the internet, on Instagram, they could just say that they don't want to tell you who the artist is because there isn't an actual artist. Like, there are ways that you can post about things and show your displeasure. Actually, we're not going to bother parking doing that. We're just going to drag that along because this is a stupid length. It's the first one of this week's hexagons. Ooh, I can't wait to see. We were talking about AI charts and they were like, I'm glad the hate isn't AI. And I'm like, well, oh god. Oh god. That is probably the worst thing they could have said. I'm so glad this isn't. Well, I have some good news and I have some bad news. Well, what's the good news? Depending on which one you picked, your statement was true. And then the bad news, most of you are stitching the same one as me, and that is AI. Okay, so I'm trying the diagonal. How do you control part threads? Starting to get overwhelmed. I have a knot on the back. Hang on. This is why I like Pattern Keeper, because I use it to keep track of where I park my threads, and this is why the whole making sure you're parking all your threads in the same orientation is important. Can I pull that through now? I can. Because the more parked threads you have, the worse it gets, as you can see. Like with this project over here, it's getting thick with parked threads. Then we had the other Friday when I worked on the 6 portals, and that whole chunk was just parked threads. It's important to make sure that you're marking your parked threads on your app of choice, and you're making sure you're parking them all in the same hole. So if you start parking in the top left for one colour, all the other colours need to be in the top left as well. And when you mark up the parking in the app you're using, you need to make sure you're marking the same hole, because otherwise if you just say, oh, I parked it in this square, and then you look at your stitching, you'll be like, well, according to my program I parked it in the bottom left, but there is nothing in the bottom left. So it's all about, whoopsies, sorry, I didn't mean to smack that. It's all about making sure that when you mark things as parked, you're parking and marking them in the same spot as well. And the bobbins, or the bobbies, also really help manage them, at least to me they do. It's right there. I need to see that hole. It's right there. But I did see you'd put out a stitch with me, Natty. So I'm gonna, it's in the playlist to be eventually watched. So I'll probably watch it sooner so I can see, and then I can give tips. But I need to make a tutorial. So I need to do that too, which would help, I think. So I'd go over all of that. Was I supposed to have done 2 stitches of that colour? God damn it, Emma, look at what you're doing. I just spent all that time parking it and I need it back. Come back to me. I get that part, I park all the time. Do you have a lot of the same colour parked? No. I have 1 strand of each colour. I don't have more than one strand of the same colour. Except for when I did Frogs Kissing, but that's because I was connecting it, and as soon as I did I got rid of those and put them away. I don't like having more than one colour because that definitely makes it more confusing. That's why I didn't like the Royal Rose method, because she was like, oh, you need to get a new colour out for each tower, and I'm like, why though? Just carry it on. The only time I've ever had more than one of a colour is because I've not marked my project properly and I've got a colour out not realising it's further down because I didn't look all the way up properly when I was parking it. But I haven't intentionally got out more than one strand for a piece to stitch a section with. I do the same, and sometimes the colour I need is under a bunch of other parked threads. Yeah, I just knotted this up. How did I do that? I mean, I know how, but... Oh, when this new computer turns up and So I will obviously have to take a break from streaming once the new computer arrives to set it up and make sure everything's working appropriately. And then I will do a test stream because I'm going to put this PC to the test when it turns up. I'm going to stream Silent Hill F. We're going to make a new game. And we're going to see how well this new computer does compared to the first stream I did of Silent Hill on Halloween with this computer. I also, Kel, I'm not ignoring your messages. I will get to those in a second. I'm just dealing with a knot and answering a stitching question. It's this one colour now. Did I do it? Okay. This is also why I don't like these long threads, because they like to knot up easily. Right, let me thread my needle real quick and then I'll get to Kel. I did send them to unconventional X-Stitch sites, so who knows, we may do that one next year as a stitch along. They were fans of Hades and Persephone by Mrs. Buttered. Well, it's actually Mrs. Buttered D, technically. Oh, speaking of, I joined her Patreon. My first Mrs. Buttered print arrived. It is Howl and Sophie. And we have a little sticker here, and behind Howl is a calcifer. I sent a picture of the project in question. Yeah, I have a look at a sec. That way. Let's see. Let's see. Oh yeah. Doing like a slight cross country in the diagonal as well. See, now I have to watch the video so I can see this. Yeah, there's a lot of park threads. Yeah, that's definitely a lot. But now I tend to keep one colour out at a time parked because it confuses me if I was to do more. And sometimes we've seen many a time on this stream where I've not marked my parking properly and I go to use a colour and it's the wrong colour because I parked it in the wrong one spot. Because I've done that on the 6 portals many a time because it's so big. The one I'm doing in the video is a different new start. Oh yeah, it is. Of course it is. This is the Cupid one, and the one you're stitching in the video is the cat one. Because I did watch like a minute of it to see which one you'd picked, and I was like, ooh, and then I was like, I need to stop watching this or I'm not going to get anything done. So I added it to my very long playlist. So I'd have to watch the video and then get back to you to see as well. I know you're doing a different one, so it might not apply. You might be stitching that one completely different to this one in the diagonal though, but this is also why when I'm working I do it by row. I don't do it by color in the diagonal, because that gets confusing for me, because that's what happened as well. I tried that on Suits of Butterflies. It also made it just feel too bulky to me. Again, everyone stitches differently, so what works for me, it might not work for you. So I always try, like when I want to like make a video, I want to I want to mention that like I'm not making you stitch this exactly like I am. It's more like a, this is how I do it, and if this makes sense for you, then you can do it too. I also cut my nails, so I have nothing to grab the threads with. So headphones are sliding off my head again. Another reason why as well I started a little later today, I was literally setting up my stream and I was like, I have a message on my phone from the NHS app to say I have probably a new appointment or a letter to remind me of an appointment coming up, and I was like, oh, I wonder if it's the bariatric team with the appointment for my hopeful weight loss medication start. No, it was my new toe follow-up, because I had my appointment on Tuesday to see the doctor about my toe, and I'm just taking a lot longer to heal than they would like, and it's because I have an autoimmune disease. I just take a bit longer to heal. It took a year for an abscess wound to heal, and that was only 5 centimeters deep. Like 12 months later, it had just healed, and I had that in November 2017, and that was fun. It wasn't. It was the worst. But because if I remember telling you guys that I was checked for like all sorts of illnesses and things to see, and it turns out my Crohn's is just not letting me heal. But my toe started to get a bit red and painful on the side again, and I was like, oh. And I've been bathing it, because if I don't bathe it, it gets all pussy, so I was like, I'll bathe it. These subtitles, I said pussy, not the other word, unless that's how you spell both, but okay. Rain. And so I've been bathing it, I've been like cleaning it to make sure it doesn't stay dirty or anything, changing the dressing every day, because the last appointment I had, the doctor was like, oh, you don't need to change the dressing every day, and it's like, no, I do. No, I definitely do, because if I don't, it goes all funny. Because he wanted me to leave the dressing on till I next saw them in 3 months, and I was like, what? Hades having an issue with their orders? What? Where'd you see this, Lil? In the Facebook group? What is this, tea? God, there's so much drama going on. We've got curling drama. What, Olympic drama? Where is the hate Facebook group in my list? It's right there. I'm blind. GP calling BRB. Okay, Lil. So the post says, "Hi everyone, we have a small problem and a number of orders from January through February 18th encountered an Apple Pay gateway failure with PayPal, and 118 orders were not paid for. I will be emailing folks, but please check your orders, and if not deducted from your bank, please remit to their email via PayPal. These are all download orders that have been downloaded but not paid for. This is a time where I know that humanity is good and folks will step up." Well, I'm not being funny, but why don't they just send an invoice to everyone? That's funny though, an Apple Pay gateway failure. So if you paid with Apple Pay, that's part of the problem. That's why I don't use those sorts of things. I just pay either with PayPal directly or my bank card, which is probably dangerous because, you know, bank card. But oh dear. Imagine being one of those people and just being like, "Oh well, sucks to suck. We'll take that as payment for all the AI slop you put out." But anyway, real quick, to go back to the computer, real quick, before we lose me on that one, and I have to come back to it later, and then I forget again. So I was talking to my sister, blah, 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 blah. She said that she would have this computer, she was going to sort it out because one of the fans still isn't working from when her and my granddad cleaned it out on Halloween. She said that it should still be working. I was like, it's not. I said, I wouldn't be saying it is if it wasn't, you know. I wouldn't be saying it wasn't if it is working. But she's going to fix it. She's going to have it. And then we had a giggle because I said, all you need to do is buy yourself a mouse and a keyboard. And she goes, she has a spare mouse at her boyfriend's because she had to buy herself a new one because that one kept squeaking. And I was like, sis, I was like, are you sure you didn't read the listing right and you bought a live mouse? And I was like, could you imagine? You're like, yeah, and you check the listing, live mouse. Oh, and she was like, oh, that explains why it squeaked when I put the USB in. And I was like, that poor mouse, just every time. And I was like, this mouse is so realistic. But she got herself, so she's going to use that one, so the poor birds. Also, in my floss tube, I was editing it, and I was cutting bits out. You know the bits where you take your project and you put it to the side, and then you bring your next one out. I was cutting out the dead air. And there are certain parts of the video where you'll just hear me talking. In the background, you can hear Spike. Caw! Caw! And I was like, was that actually Spike in real life, or was that my video? So I rewound it, and I was like, oh no, that's in the video, so you guys get to hear that. I might make a little Spike scream emote, so when he screams in videos, I can just be like, ah. And yeah, I'm very rusty. I've also edited in myself, calling me out because I go over the stats for Olivia, I bring out death, and then I'm like, did I do Olivia's stats? I did, but I do them again, so enjoy that. And it's also funny looking at the Modern Folk embroidery, the little acorn sow, and seeing how much I've got done on that now compared to back then. Like, it was just that little tree and I've nearly made it across the top. Maple is enjoying putting all her toys on the floor. Oh. I just wish that if we had to pay for AI that we don't have to pay so much. I think you shouldn't be able to charge for AI at all, because you can't copyright it. That means you don't own it. It should be free, regardless of the medium the AI has been turned into. You can't copyright it, so you shouldn't have to pay at all. That's why if people bought some slop from the Haid sale, I'd be like, shouldn't have to pay for this. Got a sick line until mental health nurse appointment, so going to pick that up. Okay, Lil. Thank you for the look. So some of you that are in the Twitch chat can see that I have a little green blob thing with a heart. That is Bingo. Is it Bingo Bongo? Bingo? Bing Bong, sorry. From Peak. I was in Lily on the pad? Lily on the pad? Lily on the pond? I got her name wrong last time. Uh-oh, Discord. Discord is just a black screen right now. Oh, there we go. It's Lily on the pad. It is Lily on the pad. I can't believe the one time she raided me and I got her name wrong. I was so distraught. She's a Froggy VTuber as well. I'm a PNG tuber. I have plans, but any plans I have for doing intense stuff with this computer will have to wait till the new one. So anything that I had planned to do, unless it's playing a game on the PlayStation using the Elgato, will have to wait till the new computer. And I'm hoping it's about March time, like beginning of March. But we shall see. But the only issue I have with the new PC is the case. That the on button is on the bottom. On the side. So I might have to get a thing to put my PC up higher so I can turn it on, because I can't bend down to turn it on. Not with this thing sticking out of me. My friend who's pregnant, the one I went to the wedding to in November, she's 37 weeks pregnant, and she's like, I just want this to end. And I'm like, same girl, same, but I'm not pregnant. Mine's not gonna end until I have surgery. Mine's very heavy today. I think it's sympathy heaviness. I feel a bit bloated in my hernia today. It's fun. Maple's having the time of her life right now, it seems. All those toys on the floor. It's like a child when they come along with their basket of toys and they just tip them out and you're like, I just put those all away. It's fine. You enjoy, you play to your heart's content. But you're sat there going, ugh, at the same time. Like, and I'm gonna be the one that has to clear up. Oh, the new Patreon post from Bad Stitch, the new Patreon pattern I should say, was dropped on the 15th. Guys, it is so good. It's a candy pop narwhal. See, I'm trying not to do too much on this computer in case it does want to die a fiery death, but I just want to show you guys the candy pop narwhal. Oh, I also need to download that. Google? Where's Google? This screen, there it is. Ooh, look at this. It's a candy pop narwhal. I love it. Got a little look at the details as well in the waves. There's a fishy, a star, another fish. There's an alien. There's some hearts and a crescent moon. A snowflake, maybe. swear she said there's also a UFO in here, but I might be blind and I can't see it. But anyway, but this is I can't wait. I want to stitch this so bad. Also, you can't even see why my mouse is clicking. Oopsies. So, star, 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 alien, heart, crescent moon, fishies. Oh, there's the spaceship. I found it. I had to, guess what guys, I couldn't see it staring at my actual screen, but I looked at the preview on my OBS. I saw it there. It's right there. There it is. I found it. There's the alien, and there was something else you said was in here, but I can't remember. My voice is going, hang on. Right, it back now. I don't know if I am getting sick. Yesterday, I had a cough that sounded like I was choking. And then earlier I did the same thing. I was trying to clear my throat, but nothing wanted to, like, you know when you have that tickle in your throat, but nothing will happen? That's how I felt. Let's see if I go into the Patreon lounge, if someone would... Oh yeah, UFO and an alien. That was it, I found them. But yeah, I want to start that one. I mean, I want to start all of the bad Stitch stuff and all the flying frogs and all that, but I have to finish things, you know, you can't just, I mean, I can just keep starting things without finishing. Where's my mouse gone? Oh. Well, we had our first freeze. That's it, I'm not touching anything. Anything now. That was our one and only touch, and it was a bad touch, so we're not touching anything. Oh. Oh. Right, the curse has started, guys. The flickering has started. Computer is dying a fiery death as we speak. Of course. It's always fine until the first hour of stream. Well, guys, if stream does die, I won't be restarting it today. We'll just try again tomorrow. The funny thing is, during all of that freeze, I could still hear the music. You crazy Lou. I know, Doctor. This is why the new computer's coming. I just have to wait for them to build it. Because I'm getting really fed up with this, because it's not fair on you lot. It stresses me out. I just want to sit here and stitch and talk to you all, but my computer will not let me. I think it's just time for this computer to retire. Because I don't want to have to take a break until my computer, until the new one turns up, because I don't know when that's going to be. Like, that's a bit like, it's not like, oh, it's going to turn up next week. Oh. You did it again. You did it again. The thing is, I was talking to my sister about this last night, and I was like, I don't understand, because when I stitch, on a normal day when I'm not streaming, I basically have the same stuff open minus OBS and my avatar and all the things I use for streaming. And I was like, also my computer was fine until it wasn't. Like I haven't changed a single setting, I haven't messed with anything, so I have no clue why my computer's just decided suddenly that the fans are going, which I know means it's getting hot. Again, I have nothing extra open than what I normally have when I stream, and this computer normally runs fine. So it's getting on my nerves. Because like I said, like I was trying to say before my computer cut me off, it's not fair on you lot. And it's not fair on me because it stresses me out because I have to close everything and restart it. So, like I said, if OBS crashes, we'll just rest in peace OBS for today, and I'll come back tomorrow and I'll stitch, because we'll keep going. I'm going to keep going with streaming now, but if OBS crashes and I go offline, that's just how it's going to be, unfortunately. But what I was trying to say as well before my computer also cut me off was I'm not going to take a break from streaming until my computer turns up the new one, because I don't know how long that's going to be. If it was like, oh, it's going to be here next week, then I'd consider it, but it's not, because I'm waiting for the case to come back in stock. So until that happens, I can't. Like, I don't know if a Windows update behind the scenes has caused something to die. I might have to have a look into that and see. But I feel like if that was the case, my computer the whole thing should be crashing, not just OBS. This is also why computers annoy me, because 1 minute they can be running fine. It's like when I told you about Jacksepticeye and his computer issues he had over Christmas when he went away and he came back and his computer just went all funny, and yet he turned it off and all that. So it's just very frustrating when you can't figure out the cause as to why your computer is suddenly deciding it doesn't want to do the things it could do with no issue. Like, I was feeling so great today to come and sit here and chat with you guys and talk about curling drama, which we still might get into. Like I said, I'm not going to touch anything else. I will have to use my phone to look at things instead. But even when I did that last Thursday, my computer still decided it didn't want to play ball. So we'll see. I just heard something tear on this project, and I have no idea what it was. It could have been the thread getting caught under the magnet. That was a horrible sound. I'll just keep peeking over at OBS every now and again to see. Right, I could hear a strange noise and I was like, that's not my PC, is it? No, it's Molly cleaning herself yet again. But anyway, curling drama, just in case stream doesn't make it. Oh, I said just in case the stream doesn't make it, and it was like, no, don't want to hear the curling drama. Well, too bad. So the Canadians are being accused of cheating by double tapping a curling stone. So basically the rules in curling say that once you let go of a stone, you cannot touch it. It doesn't matter if your stone is veering off to the left, to the right, it's not going to go where you want it to. You cannot touch it. As soon as you let go of the handle, that's it. It's up to your teammates now to sweep like their heart, well, like their life depends on it. And the Canadian men's team were caught double tapping, which is where once you've let go, they touched it to poke it a little. And they had actually been doing this a lot, apparently. I haven't seen any of these matches live, and if I have, I've missed the drama because I've been stitching instead. Very disappointed I missed the live drama. And I was like, I didn't realise curling had so much drama in it. Apparently it does. Wait, these need swapping. So basically the team, I can't remember the team they were playing against at the time, but they called them out. They were like, you're double tapping, and apparently the officials could even see that double tapping had occurred. But the Olympics and many other, the Winter Olympics specifically, and many events that host curling don't keep live replays. Like, they don't do live replays, and I think that's going to change after all this going down, because you can't cheat. Come on, guys. You're in a tournament where you're basically the face of your team in a worldwide competition. This isn't nationals. This isn't, if you cheat, you only disgrace your team and all that. You disgrace the country because you are representing the whole of Canada, And expletives were apparently said, where he was like, I didn't effing touch it. There is pictures of him touching it. The subreddit for nail varnish is called Reddit Lacquerists, whatever it's called. Someone did a nail art of the curling drama. And in the comments, I'm grabbing my phone because I need to show you the screenshot I took, because the one of the pictures tickled me pink. So some of you might recognize this classic painting. It's where the hand's reaching out to, I think it's like David and God or something. It's someone and someone. Well, instead of it being another hand, it's a curling stone. That's basically what he did. This is not allowed. You're not allowed to do this. But as soon as I saw that, I started like weighing myself. And then the women played against England or Great Britain the next day or later that day, and wouldn't you know it, they also double tapped their curling stone. And even she was like, I would never do such a thing. And I was like, that's what the bloke said, and he did. So too bad. And then earlier today we were watching Great Britain versus Italy, I think it was. Italy their skipper had already double tapped one of the stones, and the commentator was like, did she just do it again? And I was like, again? Because we didn't see the beginning of the match. And I was like, again? And apparently there's a Netflix docu-series about sport. Mum, we have to watch this. I need to know the curling drama. Because yes, please. But yeah, curling. Who knew? Something as, I don't want to say boring because it's not, but we'll say as mundane as curling is getting cheats. Is ridiculous. Oh, also on Saturday, as in the Saturday we just had, I have a cat hair. Hang on. There is a cat hair in the way of my stitches. It is bugging me. It's a coarse white hair. It's right. I can see it. I just can't grab it. There we go. Okay, doctor. Thank you for the look. Enjoy your cooking. There we go. I got it. There's a tiny splinter hair too. Hopefully when you come back, I'll still be here. Otherwise, Doctor's going to be doing that gif from Community. I hope you're still alive when I'm finished. I hope so too. You know, when the guy comes in with the pizza and everything's on fire, that'll be Doctor. Once she's done cooking. If I've died. Well, not me, but if stream's died. Same minds, yeah. I mean, my computer could just be really upset because I did edit on it this morning. But I wasn't using DaVinci. I was using the Microsoft Clipchamp because it's easier. Although earlier it wasn't, because every time I tried to add a transition, the little bar that would, like, you have a side tab that you can bring out. At the start of my video, when I was using the transitions, it was so smooth like this. By the end, it was like... And then when I'm like, I grab the transition, you can go away now. And I was like, oh my god, it's getting worse. So that could be the cause today. But I'm hoping the incidental 5060 Ti or 5060 that's coming in this new computer, which is a beast of a graphics card, will help with some of the issues. I know most things are CPU related, so I'm also hoping the new CPU, and with everything being on a SSD and not a HD, because I only have hard drives, I don't have a solid state drive in this PC. I have slots to do it, I just never got around to it, and now everything's more expensive, so I have regrets. It's like I wish when I did have the money, I'd upgraded my RAM to 64 and not 48. Because I should have ordered 2 lots of the 16s to make it, but oh well. If stream has to die, I hope it's after I finish this diagonal. That's all I want. I just want to stitch this diagonal today. I have my modern folk embroidery ready to go for once stream's done. when these ads start, I'm going to take a quick break. I'm not going to go anywhere. I'm not going to switch screens. I'm just going to mute my mic because I need to take some medication. But wait until the ads because I want to make sure that nothing happens. Right there they go. So I'll finish a stitch. I'll park it in the next spot real quick. I'll do half a stitch though so I don't get confused and pick up the wrong strand. Right, I'm going to take my quick break. I'm just going off to the side to take my medication and then I'll come back. So I'm not going anywhere. I'm not changing anything. So I'll be back in a minute. What did I just say, computer? I said I wasn't going anywhere. That doesn't mean you can freeze. I went to go mute my mic properly because I only muted it on my mic, and I was like, because it froze. But anyway, I'm gonna take my break now. Again, computer, I'm not going anywhere, so I can still see you. Behave. Right, we'll be back in a sec. Right, I'm back. Oh. And the ads just ended. Perfect timing. Needle minder keeps moving. I keep moving it so my threads sit between them, and then it's moved itself anyway. I'm literally stitching in a kind of silence because I can't play any of my videos. I can't hear the music very well because it's just quiet on my end because of the way I've got it set up. So it's just, I can hear the TV, but there's quiet too. It's more curling. Oh look, it's us. We lost. We lost to the Swiss in the men's. The other bit of Winter Olympic specifically, drama, is the ski jump. I think that's the one where they go down a slope and then they jump and then they pinch everything in to get further along, and they have to reach a certain distance in order to win. And then whoever makes it further than the original line they get the line put there, and then people have to beat that one. I think that's ski jump. There's apparently a controversy because some men have taken to injecting their penises with hyaluronic acid. Why, you may ask? Because it makes them more aerodynamic. How? I can hear you asking. Because the hyaluronic acid causes their penis to inflate, and it means that there's less room in their jumpsuit. And when I say inflate, I don't mean getting an erection, I mean inflate. I mean not up, just so there is more room well, there's less room in the suit, so there is more airflow. Yeah. I found this out unwillingly, and so I'm sharing it with you lot against your will too. You're welcome. This is facts you wish you didn't know. You're welcome. Every now and again we're gonna do facts you wish you didn't know. That I found out and must share. Even my subtitles have given up. They're like, I don't want to put this into the world. The box for them is just blank right now. It's like, I don't wanna translate that. It wouldn't be translating actually, it'd be, what would it be? I can't think of the word. Not transmitting, dictating, but not in that kind of way. I can't think of what the word would be. But yeah. Oh, that needle minder I bought from the Stitchy Witch came in. I'll show you I have to take the back off of this one because I can't get it to sit on my trolley because the back of the needle minder, here, I can put them together to show you because it's easier. So the back of the needle minder comes with this dome. See? So it's got this. So when I try to put it on things, it won't lay flat. So I have to take this off. But this is the cap, so you can see the holographic, you can see this is why I said it looks like washi tape, because you can see but I'm not sure because the tail isn't cut off and the ears aren't cut off, so I have no idea what these lines are. It could be the wood grain in the back, maybe? No idea. Could be where she's applied the glue. Don't know. It doesn't bother me, it's not going to take anything away from it, but you can see the glitter. Look at that. When I do that, especially. You can also see my light that I have above my head. You can't see me in this though, so nice try. Yeah, it just sits on my trolley waiting till I find a piece for it to go on. And then also at Nashville, Barbara Anna's got some stuff coming out in Nashville. I wish I could show you, but I can't because computer. So we had our one chance and I showed you a bad stitch pattern. So you have to take that one as your pattern for today that I showed you all. I don't know what we're going to do next Wednesday though, because next Wednesday is the show and tell. I don't know if my computer will be able to handle showing Discord, because last month my computer was fine. February, not so much. The lines I'm getting on the back of this piece from dragging these threads. Do you want to see what it looks like right now? Hang on. There's a knot there. And that knot's caught up a few others. Look at that. I'll have to sort that out in a sec. But look at the thick line that I've left when I'm trailing my threads from here to there. It's fine. This piece can have it. Let's fix that real quick though. This is... oh, it looks like it's down here somewhere, so I don't have to worry about... I don't want the red, I want the purpley colour. Let's just stick it on here for a sec. So I can see what I'm doing. We're doing some back surgery on this piece real quick. My poor man snag nabbit. Through, there it is. This isn't even that thread. Let's poke that needle there-ish. And we'll leave that on the over there because I need to bring that round, so I need to take this off again. Oh, sorry. I think that was the thread I just stitched with. No, I've made a mess. Grab my bobbin. That's too purple to be that strand. Okay. Okay. I'm trying to lay this down again. Trying to see if it's one I've parked up at the top. So I'm trying to get my head close without getting in the camera. See if I got that this time. Seems to be that same hole again. Feels like it's this. It could be. Maybe it wouldn't be. Hang on, let's turn the light on the webcam for a sec so I can have a look at these colours. Sorry, I'm knocking the mic now. Turn it round. There's also a knot there, but I'm not going to worry about that. Oh, that is that colour as well, again. Hang on, that colour is this colour here. It's just very stitched in. Yeah, that is that colour. Yeah, it's been stitched in. I can't do anything about this massive strand other than cutting it. Some of you are about to freak out. It's fine. I'm cutting it. I'm going to cut the other one, but I'm going to leave it a tail. So it should be fine. Look at that. Oh, you can't see. Hang on. There we go. That's the damage I have caused. I've cut that off. If that bit of colour undoes itself, it undoes itself. I'll just fix it later. It shouldn't, because there is a knot back here and there is also all that. Now I have to play the fun game of what colour's this? It looks like DMC 150, if I had to guess. No, it's not. Okay, then it's 915, one of the dark pinky purples. Hang on. 17 maybe? That looks too bright. Too bright? Well, that's useless. 19? That looks like it's too... No. So the late 90s. Okay, 14. We have a match. I'll turn that off so you don't have to look at my glowing skin. There we go, it's 8:14. I'll just tick that because we have done that, and I'll just find 8:14. Where are you supposed to be parked? Oh, there. Okay. Take this off again real quick. There we go. That one was... yeah. And it has a little knot in it now, that's fine. There we go. Fixed. Everything's fine now. Just rethreading my needle with the colour that's supposed to be there real quick. Oh, for God's sake, I look up at the TV, hockey is on again. There is no escaping the ice hockey in the Winter Olympics. Oh, also, I've come to the decision. When I plan March, which I will be doing here very soon because March will be upon us sooner than we think. I am not going to write anything in my book until it is decided. Like when I say write anything, I'm not going to write anything in pen. Everything's going to be written in pencil until I have stitched on the project that I have wrote down for that day, because my poor January and February are just going to be nothing but sticky notes covering up the days in which I didn't stitch on the assigned project because I didn't stream that day. So I decided I wasn't going to stitch on a full coverage if I wasn't feeling well, because no thank you. Honestly, Tuesday I was really ill. My mum said I looked grey all day. I went to the hospital looking like I was on death's door. I was miserable, so that's why I didn't stream, because like I said earlier, after like Monday's stream you could really tell that I was starting to struggle. I woke up Tuesday and it was just as bad. And then I got worse Tuesday. I did start to feel better yesterday, but like I said as well, I took yesterday to recover a bit more because I didn't want to, you know, force myself back and then have the rest of this week and next week off because I've made myself worse. But I did put some nice stitching into my modern folk embroidery. I just have to. So what I'm going to do today, once I'm done streaming, is I'm going to work on this. I'm going to hold it sideways so I can fit it on. So I'm doing this motif here. Again, flip it sideways. So I'm doing this. I just need to come up here with this pink. Right? And then come down here to put a white motif and then a heart down here. And then all that's left to finish it is the tree. So I can now put it the right way around to show you what I mean. So the tree is this symbol, is this guy here with the birdie on it. It's actually the middle motif, but I can't show it to you, but only half. So I need to do this on the other half. And then I'll be able to close this box off for realsies this time. But what I've decided to do, rather than, because originally I was going to come down. I finished my job, the oven is doing the rest, yeah. So I'm going to come down, or I was originally going to come down, and I decided I'm not going to do that. I'm going to take the motifs that are at the top, and I'm going to do that all the way across. So that way, I don't mess up the next box. Also, I have started a little too far down. I took my tape measure, and I measured. I'm going to have like an inch, maybe an inch and a half at the bottom, and have about 6 at the top. So depending on how I feel, what I might have to do is when I get to that last row, like that last section, here, let me just show you real quick. We'll do it quick so OBS doesn't complain. I just need to scroll through all my things a bit quicker. I'll use this one because it's a bit easier to see. So this bottom motif down, oh, you can't actually see, this is actually not as good as I wanted, but there's a motif down here. Actually, I could just do this. Let's do this instead. Hang on. I zoom out. There's still calf at the bottom. Anyway, there's a motif down here that you can't see. Right down here that you can't see. And when I get to that, I will need to probably put it at the top. It's not that big. It's about 20 stitches tall. It'd be 19 though, because I'd stitch that bottom of the next one. So about 19 stitches tall. You can't see it. It's literally below this. It's under there. You can kind of see it, but you can't see the very, very bottom. It cuts off about here, but there's another 2 rows underneath. The design ends here, but underneath that is, actually, does the design on? Oh, you can just see these bits. Yeah, that's the bottom right there, but there's another row, and then you've got the rest of the border. but I might have to put this border at the top, depending. This bit, it's a bit hard to see because it's so tiny, but this bit right here, I might have to put that on top up here, but we'll see when I get to it. When I get to about here-ish, so these birds here, I should be able to show you these up close. When I get to this bird section and then this bit, this is all backstitch, that's why this looks blank. When I get to this bit, I'll be able to know, because these are the biggest bits, I think. These are the biggest bits, I think. My computer froze again. I told you OBS is not happy that I'm doing this. So yeah, we go back to Melody of the Night. Nope, and I clicked on the wrong pattern then. That's it. I'm just hoping this isn't doing what I did last time and it's not letting me see all the messages on YouTube's side. Because that was annoying when OBS wouldn't let me see that. I have to keep muting myself to clear my throat because it just wants to ruin everything. I'm still here, that's alright then. I can see that, so that's fine. No, it's just last time, probably last Thursday actually, YouTube, well, not YouTube, the application I used to read YouTube's chat wasn't showing them at all, like when people were messaging. So that's alright, at least it's still working. Thanks, Nai. Yeah, this is also what I mean when I say I have to wait to do the more intense stuff I want to do until the new computer arrives because of this. Oh, I did get a new diamond painting today. It turned up my episodic drawing one, the thistle. Oh. Well, it didn't like that. I won't show it again, but it turned up. It's a silver card. Yeah, that turned up today. That is all black in the background as well. Don't know how many bags of it, but there are many. I'm a little sad. I check the archived kits basically every day on Diamond Art Club in case one of the ones I really want has been archived. There was an Arja, I don't know how to say their last name, an Arja Tree. I don't know, see I told you. Or it could be Trier. There was a sleeping tabby kitten that released not that long ago. And I was going to get it because it looked like Zelda when he was a kitten. Because I have the tabby one that they've released. I got that one on my birthday. I bought it on the 21st of August 2023. Because that was my official first diamond painting purchase. Because I'd had the 11th Doctor painting bought for me as a birthday present from my mum and my aunt. And I was going to get the sleeping tabby kitten. It's archived. I got an email to say it was low stock. And I was like, oh, it's alright. It'll just restock. No, it won't. Not now, it won't. It's gone forever now. So I'm sad. And also, one of Mrs. Buttered's, like Mrs. Butterdy's, newest releases, it's called Autumn Elf. I have it over here. Yeah, Autumn Elf. That's also been retired. So you can't get that one now if you wanted it. Too bad. I do wish Diamond Art Club would notify people. Like, I know why they don't, but I do wish if a project, like if a kit was going to be archived soon, they should notify people that have it on their wish list, like, hey, this is being archived, and limit it, because they can limit it for the mystery boxes. They can limit that to 1 per house. So why can't they do that to kits that they know they're retiring? Just have 1 per house. And then that way those of us that want to actually buy a kit before it retires can get it without having to pay an arm and a leg because someone decided to buy 7 of them to resell. Like, I'm still annoyed about the Art by Julia mystery box. Well, not mystery box, a mystery kit. I got one. Like, I'm not annoyed because I didn't get one. I'm annoyed because someone bought 7 of them and is now selling them off. Sure, they're selling them for retail, they're not overcharging, but the fact that they bought 7 of them is ridiculous, because that means 6 people didn't get to have one that wanted one. And I think Diamond Art Club should be cracking down on people that buy and then turn up, even if it's months later, in a de-stash group, because I think that is scalping still. Hi Sam, how are you today? Sorry, you came in at a tangent. Oh, I should also warn you guys, when you watch my floss tube tomorrow, right near the end, I start talking. I don't go off on a tangent about how much I hate AI, but I do mention that when I stream, I do talk about AI and how much I hate it. And every time I mention it, you guys as a collective groan, and like, oh, not again. Not that you actually do groan, it's more as in jest, you know. It's a joke, like, oh, they just, oh god, not again. But yeah, that is that. I also go on several tangents as I'm trying to end the video, so enjoy that. I did cut quite a bit out though. It was going to be about an hour long. It's still 50 minutes. I tried to watch that a bit asleep then. Yeah, it's gonna go live tomorrow at, I think I said to go up at 6:30, I think. I can't remember. I'm scared to open Chrome to check. It's due to go up sometime tomorrow whilst I'm streaming, because I uploaded it earlier and I scheduled it to go out. But I'm very rusty in that video. It's like Emma's first floss tube. It's because I'm so used to streaming that when I go in to do things, you will literally hear me try and end the video like I end my stream, because I literally go, thank you guys so much for coming, and you can hear me go, because I was gonna say, and I appreciate you, even if you're here all the time, part of the time, some of the time, or none of the time. Computer, why? But I literally go into the I nearly go into the monologuing I do at the end of the stream where I'm like thanking you all for coming and all that, and I'm like, oh god, I can't do that. This is different. Everyone's technically lurking. Okay, for this one we are going to start and end this thread because it's at the very top of this diagonal. See, look at that, the very tippity top. We will come back down though to make sure that it is just that one stitch. It is. Sorry, I don't like going up and down, up and down. But I don't actually talk about AI and show anything. I just mentioned that, you know, on my streams I do talk about all sorts of things and how I go on these tangents about how much I hate AI and all that, and then that's basically it. And I'm like, oh, I plan to make a video at some point, like a Stitch with Me, where I'm gonna talk about it for about an hour and a half. I'm also thinking about making because in the Discord we have a little self-promotion area where you can post like your Instagrams and things like that. We don't have one. We have one for Twitch, but we don't have one for YouTube. So I might convert one to YouTube, or I'll make one that is for YouTube. And those of you that wish to put your floss tubes in there when you upload a new one, you can do so. Or we actually are going to get into a bit that isn't gridded. Like, there is no diagonal lines here. Oh, we're stepping foot into page 2, guys. Although technically these few stitches here, oh no, they're not page, because page 1 is there. That's what that is. It's fine. These are the first stitches in page 2. So how did I do that? Try that again. There we go. That's a diagonal line, not a straight line this time. Although you guys can't see, so it doesn't really matter. If I do that, you can see. You can see both the bottom and the top. Oh, it's still here. go, that's our top row started with this colour. You can't see, but every time I'm putting a thread away, like onto the needle minder, I'm literally going like really far away with my arm. I'm like, wee. Just autopilot on that top row then and started stitching up there. I just hope when Lumi goes live in a bit, she doesn't kill this computer. Oh, speaking of, not about Lumi, on Saturday, I got my days very confused last week. It didn't help, 1, the computer issues, 2, everyone was off work Friday because this week is a half term, so Friday felt more like a Saturday, and then because I didn't stream Friday because of the computer issues, that didn't help. Uh-oh. Right. Because of the computer issues, that didn't help. With the whole feeling like a weekend, you know? So I got very upset because, not literally, but figuratively, because I wanted to watch the Warframe stream so I could get the drop that would happen on the weekend for the Sprodling, which is a little mushroom guy. And so I opened this person's channel, I had it open the whole time, and they didn't go live, and I was like, what the hell? Now bearing in mind, it literally said on the thing that they wouldn't be going live till the Saturday, which was Valentine's Day, and Friday was the 13th. But my brain didn't care. I was just very annoyed when... Well, good news guys, Lumi just went live and she didn't kill my PC, so we are fine on that front. It wasn't until literally Saturday. Do you know why? Do you know what should have clocked for me? Why it wasn't yet? Because the Diamond Art Club drop hadn't happened. And that happens on Saturdays. But my brain was like, nope, I've done that. I bought the paintings, so you know, it's fine. I didn't, because it was Friday. But my brain was just adamant that Friday was Saturday and I missed out on getting the Sprodling. Then Saturday rolled around and I realised the error in my mistake. Because the person did go live like they were supposed to at the time they said, and I did get the Sprodling. But it's because, like I said, because my family was off, or has been off all week, and is off, you know, was off Friday, that my poor brain got confused. You had Lumi way before me. It's the internet. I just have fast internet. There's a reason why when Diamond Art Club does their drops, I can be checked out before the first thing sells out. It's the only oopsies. It's the only good thing that man ever did for us. Those of you that know who I'm talking about when I say that man, no. Again. Spread doesn't want to play ball today. Oh, it's just one of those ones you have to complain about. God, don't you hate doubt? You know when you're trying to do something and it's not going right, so you start complaining about it? Like you go, oh, the person that's close to me, come here. I need to moan to you about something. This thing won't do as I want it to. I go to do this, then it does it as soon as you're like, because that always happens to me. It's like Notion. It's starting to do it again though, so I probably need to moan about it next time. When it needed to do an update, it wouldn't update. It'd say it's still open despite it not, and that's what it's doing again now. And so I'm like, okay, I'll just complain about it, because that's what I did last time. I just complained to my mum. I was like, Mum, Notion's really getting on my nerves. And she was like, why? And I was like, because every morning it opens on its own and it's like, I need to do an update. So I'm like, okay, you can do the update. So I let it do the update and it gets so far and then it freezes. Like the update freezes, not my computer. And then it goes, oh, I couldn't do the update. I just couldn't do it because it's still open. And I'm like, you closed the program yourself, updater. And so I'm like, fine. So I was showing my mum that, and I put my mouse like right where it stops. And when you know it, I see the thing tick over, and I'm like, oh. Did anyone else used to do that as a kid? Like when you were waiting for things to download, you'd watch the bar, and then when you'd be like, has it froze? You'd line your mouse up with the edge of that line, and you'd sit there and you'd watch to see if the line crosses past your mouse. And you'd be like, oh, it's still going. But that's basically what I started doing. I started doing with Notion's update. And then it moved, and I was like, well. But now it's doing it again, so. And then the Elgato camera link app I use sometimes, like I got it to use with my phone so I could stream my phone as the camera. Before I just started using this one, because remember I bought this arm originally with a camera mount, like a phone mount, but it also came with a webcam mount. God, how many times am I going to say mount there? Too many. And so I was trying to get it to work, but you have to pay. You have to pay another subscription to the camera link app. I think it might be a subscription or a one-time purchase, because I was going to do the one-time purchase before I realised I could just use this, because I was trying to figure out a way to record my stitching, because my Logitech webcam that I bought to replace my last Logitech webcam started doing the same thing. So it seems like this type of Logitech webcam is busted, because I've even noticed Lumi's does it too, and she uses the same camera as me. Not this one, the Logitech one. But so hard to concentrate now. gonna turn Lumi right down so I can concentrate and think. Yeah, Lumi's webcam that she uses for her cross stitch also does the glitching effect, and it bugs me when mine does it. So I bought a new one because I thought I actually broke my original one, because I was stitching on I had started streaming in 2022 again, and I was using my Logitech webcam that I had bought from when I was doing those recordings with the all-in-one computer that I told you all about last week, where that thing died a sad death as well. Rest in peace. I'm enjoying my food. Good doctor. You should enjoy the food that you made. Replenishes the soul and will give you more energy to stitch some more hexagons. If you wish to stitch more. But I didn't have any of the Velcro zip ties that came with this webcam arm. Actually, they didn't come with this webcam arm, they came with my other microphone stand. But we zip tied my actual wire to my webcam arm, because if it dangled in front, Zelda tries to eat it. You've seen him do that. Oh, speaking of Zelda, right? I've been stitching these last few days with him on the desk, and other than him just staring at my thread and getting his nose in the way, he hasn't tried going for it. I've even had him lay behind the project, and I've been stitching, and he's not been interested. I was doing that yesterday. When I was working on my little acorn sow. I was stitching because I was like, I just can't keep moving him, because he's got to get used to me stitching in front of his face, because 2, when I have my hernia surgery, if everyone's at work, no one's going to be able to help me take him off the desk. So I need to be able to either move him to a place where he's not right under my project, because I don't want to stab him with the needle, and I don't want to punch him when I pull my thread through, because I've done that and I feel terrible every time. It's not my fault, he just puts his head in the way of my hand. My hand's doing the same motion each time, but he just wants his head there. But I just don't want him to, obviously if I have to leave the room, I wish to stitch more, yeah. Then you can do so once you've ate. I've been taking regular breaks when I've been stitching. This is also how I know I've not been well. I have not been able to really focus on my stitching. Yesterday, I was struggling so hard to work on my Salentine's piece. I reached 300 stitches and I was like, that's it, I'm done. I was like, switch projects. And then I was fine. 23 more before next Tuesday. Ooh, that's a lot. Look, I think it's fine to be a bit behind, Doctor. You're talking to the queen of not keeping up with a stitch along. I think it's fine to fall behind. It's not one of those crochet alongs or knit alongs or stitch alongs where if you don't finish the part by the next time you don't get it, because that would be rude. I think anyone that does that should be thrown into an active volcano, because if it's a freeze cell, it's a bit different and you're using them as test stitches. But if it's a paid for stitch along, quilt along, crochet along, knit along, like anything along, you should allow people to download and receive the next parts whether or not they've completed the previous, in my opinion. We will throw those sorts of people in the volcano with all the paedophiles and all the rapists and all the murderers. We will cull the population. It's free now, but they'll make it paid in the future. Yeah. But you're not going to miss out on a part if you don't finish the next part, the previous part is what I mean though, because I do think it's wrong when some designers do that. Hey Pedrish, how are you today? You came in to hear me say about we're going to throw all these people in active volcano. We'll cull the population. It's like, oh god, what's wrong with Emma? I'm talking about getting rid of terrible people. I agree, volcano for them, yes. Peters could just be agreeing to anything there. Yes, yes, throw them in the volcano. Babies, way! I don't condone that. No, I didn't say that. I said people that do any kind of something along, like a stitch or crochet, and they make you finish the previous, even if it's a paid one, before they let you have the next part, or you won't get it at all. I think that's greedy. But I also think that we should throw pedophiles. A certain president fits into most of those as well. Gross, yeah. Mega gross. Do you know what? I nearly read that. I nearly read mega as something else, and I was like, that counts. It's like Jesse Cox went to Magfest, and people got very confused because they heard a different word at the end of the last podcast before he went, and they were like, "Oh, that one," in that order. Yeah, gross, mega gross. But I have to get rid of this notification. PC, please don't die. It's fine. Okay. Duh. It didn't freeze. Okay, I thought it did because my Leap's mouth was still open. No, it was because I needed to shut up. My sister went to the cinema today with her boyfriend to go see Iron Lung. I also stumbled upon an interview Markiplier did with the BBC about Iron Lung, and that blood, because it's an ocean of blood. Also, I didn't need to do this color. I needed the color. Oh, for God's sake, I'm messing everything up. It was this one I needed to do, that to there. BRB, you're taking out the trash? Okay, doctor. I would say have fun, but you just gotta probably go down to the end of the path and back. Not that far. And it's not fun because rubbish can leak. We've had that happen. Oh god. I should tell you that in a minute, the story of when I used to work and the things that would leak out the bin bags. Yeah. But yeah, so the blood. Peter was just like, have fun. With that damn B emote. Anytime you see that is Petrish being mischievous. I am like, guys, when I get my new PC, I am like this close to throwing out my stream schedule for a week and playing games on stream, because I really want to play Claire Obscure. I didn't see Keshi's stream last night because by the time Lumi left, well, not left, by the time Lumi stopped streaming yesterday, it was coming up to 2 o'clock in the morning for me. Yes, I was still up anyway, but there was no way I could sit up and watch another stream. So I was like, it's fine. Plus, the less I see of Claire Obscure, even though it's in the whole campaign, the less I watch of it, the more of it I will forget, so it'll be fresh. Though the mental and emotional scars of a certain thing will never go. So I will be well prepared for 2 scenes in that game. She says, you could hear me cry in one of them. You'll find out I'm not actually a cold-hearted bitch. Me? Never. Mm-hmm. Yeah, as you can see as well, we are still never thought you were. No, I don't think anyone's saying that. It's just I rarely show certain emotions on stream ads. I will wait. I will just stitch and wait. This is the problem, YouTube, with the Twitch side. Oh, also speaking of, I'll say this again once the ads are done. I opened Lumi's stream to get ready for when she went live, and it was like, would you like to turn off your ad block to support Lumi? And I was like, no thanks. I already support Lumi by giving her my money through a sub and sticker club. So I'm fine with having an ad block, but thank you, Twitch. So those of you that use ad blocks, you're going to start getting messages like that on there, but you can get rid of them. You don't have to turn your ad block off. I will die before Twitch makes me turn ad block off to watch things. Welcome back, Doctor. But I might do the method Nicola does. Simply a Stitcher, when she does her lives on YouTube, turns on monetization towards the end of stream, so that way there won't be any ads during the stream. I think that's how it works, I think. But those of you that would watch the live replay would get the ads. And I will probably do also what she does, because YouTube will put ads everywhere. So what I might do is I might set it to do the same as what it does on Twitch. So once an hour for 3 minutes, I might see if I can do ads. I'll have to see what I can do. I don't have ads yet on YouTube, but when I do, I'll figure it out then. But I'm just letting you know that that's what I would plan to do. So that way none of you would get ads straight in, like halfway through a section. Because I like how Twitch has it, so I have it set up so you guys can see when they're coming. And it's helpful for me because even though I get a little pop-up on my chat, sometimes I don't get the pop-up. So if my bot tells me by putting the ads have started thing, then I know. Sorry, I was having a hydration break. Also, I just stitched all of that without marking anything, so I hope I stitched those right. If not, oh well. Considering one of these colours is supposed to be parked over there, Emma, I don't think you did. I don't think you did that right, but you know what? We're just gonna roll with it. Oh, wait. It's fine. Freedom! Your phone got you again. Did you trip there? Freedom! Oh wait, no, I haven't stitched this row at all. I am dumb. I is dumb. Guys! Nah, misclick. I wasn't paying attention. That's what it was. I was too busy drinking. That makes it sound like I was drinking alcohol then. I swear, officer, no alcohol has touched these lips. Walk in a straight line, I can't do that sober. And I'd fail a breathalyzer because my medication. Oh no. Yeah, that's me. That's me trying to walk in a straight line, Petrish. Me trying to walk a straight line too. Yeah. Me and Petrish would hold on to each other and we look like two drunkards, and everyone would be like, "What are those two doing?" It's like, we're sober, we swear. We're not intoxicated. That's highly suspicious. Do you know you can actually get dinged for a breathalyzer if you've had mouthwash that has alcohol in it? So if you brushed your teeth that morning and you used an alcohol-based mouthwash and you get pulled over, you're in trouble. You can also fail a drug test if you eat anything with poppy seeds, because poppy seeds is how they make morphine. So you'd pop for morphine and it's like, I swear I haven't had any drugs, I just ate this poppy seeded muffin. Oh. Welcome to Life Hacks with Emma, apparently. I went from telling you guys facts you didn't want to know, like cheating in the Olympics with hyaluronic acid, to don't eat poppy seeded anything before you drive. Or alcohol in your mouthwash. And it'd also be horrible ways to find out you have that condition that makes what is it, yeast? It's when you eat bread and stuff and it turns it to alcohol in your system because an enzyme goes a bit haywire, and instead of breaking down the yeast in your, not in your blood, in your food, it goes alcohol. And you can get drunk just eating bread. Did it? I don't know. Leap had his mouth open a little longer after I finished talking. Oh. Huh. Do you know what? OBS freezed. Lumi was still moving. But yeah, Olympic cheating scandals are my thing right now. You'd think this computer would be on its best behavior right now because it knows it's being replaced. Instead, it's still being a little turd. Which is even more reason to replace you, as much as I love you. We've been through so much together. Which is true. The surgery that left me the worst was the year I got this PC. Not last revenge. Yeah, it's like, how dare you? You taking me down? I'm gonna take you with me. And it literally did. It tried to kill me. My body was not happy. Also, is the music I'm hearing mine or Lumi's? No, it's mine. We've got our heart playing. I hear Take On Me, that's what I can hear. But it's, shh, Petrish, it's not actually Take On Me, it's the Game Chops version. We'll find out if YouTube hates this when the VOD is done. Because I can hear Sonic in it too. I can hear that of Sonic's little run cycle. Well, it froze it. It froze it then. So it seems like I can still talk sometimes when my computer freezes and it's fine, but my video just won't play. But every time I hear this song, I can't help but think of two memes. There's the guy from Vine who does the running where he puts his arms up to like his side. I'm explaining it bad, but he's got his arms like kind of in a T-pose, but he's got the elbows bent, right? And when he runs, he lifts his legs right up and he lifts his arms right up too, and it's so funny. And then there's a version of it with Dark Souls. If you type in Dark Souls Take On Me, you'll find it. If you want to see that video. And if you type in Take On Me Vine, you'll get that too. But this song has been ruined by it. By those two things. My brain lives perpetually in Vine land. But this is what happens when you have your game chops thing just shuffle the whole thing. It's me, Angel, on my FlossTube YouTube account. Oh my goodness. Holy Chicken Crafts. That is a great name. You should post a link to your FlossTube in the Discord. I will make a channel after stream for you to do so as well. And those of you that do have FlossTubes, you're going to get given a little FlossTube role so people can see those of you that do. Because I have one for for streamers on my Discord, so those of you that make FlossTubes. It took your advice and started one. Yeah, I did see you'd posted in the general about posting one, and I was like, I want to see. So yeah, I'll make a channel. I thought my thread tore then. That was a very weird feeling. I'll make a channel so you can wait. Am I doing the whole row? I am meant to do the whole row. That's alright then. Look, if it makes you feel better, when you see my one that comes up tomorrow, I am like back to square one. I forget, I introduce myself, I forget to welcome everyone back. I do that 5.5 minutes in. I repeat myself, I tell you stats I already told you for a previous project. Because I thought I'd forget. Well, I thought I'd forgot, and then I completely forget to do it on a whole project. I go to put it away, and I'm like, wait, you literally hear me go, right, on to the next one. And then you'll hear from over here like, wait a second. And I come back and I'm like, did I do the stats for this one? No, I didn't. So I do them again. So yeah, so it can't be worse than that. And then I try to end the video like how I end my streams. A quick yay, someone was arrested, but also furious at my government. Oh, speaking of arrests, a certain, what would he be called? Former prince of the crown has been arrested. I don't remember what his stupid full name is. That's what I mean, yeah. He was formerly known as Prince Andrew. He is now known as Andrew something 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 of Windsor. I took my picture instead of starting the video twice, yeah. Yeah, that's the way to do it. Sometimes I didn't this time, and I probably should have. Sometimes I will write myself a mini script, and I will just put certain things in there that I really need to remember to mention, like my stats, because I forget. I also don't write down. I don't write down how many days I worked on a project. And right, so normally, let me grab my other notebook real quick. I have my actual FlossTube one that I use, and then I have my Stitcher's Almanac. Right, so we'll just go to the very beginning. We'll go to April. So normally, this is how I used to write out my FlossTubes. So I'd write the project, who it's by, how many stitches I did that month, and then what percent it started at, what percent it ended at, and how many days. right? And I do that for all of these. So like no rumor. This is when I was doing full coverage February last year. So we did this many stitches on No Rumor Mermaid Air, and then I took it from that percent to that percent, and that's that. So I did all that for these. I come to my almanac for January, and I go to the little log they have on the back pages. Hang on, it's a bit difficult because this book's massive. This is all I write. January total stitch count 16,843. The most stitches I did was January 1st. The least stitches I did was January 9th. I did 4 new starts and I worked on 8 projects. Where's the rest, Emma? Where's the rest? That's it. I had look at how much real estate I have to write things for January. There's another page full too. And instead I was just like, that'll do. So you literally hear me go, I worked on this for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 days. And then I forget how many days I worked on a project. So, you know, it can't be worse than that. I have set the bar so low for you, Angel. So, you know, I started the year off with a bang. Dude, I get it. I wrote all my stats down and forgot the notebook at work. You get to hear me tangent about Notion. Oh wait, what am I doing? Is that this? Did I end that and do the park? I have no idea. I don't think I did. Okay. It's fine. I'm distracting myself now. You'll arrest him, but the US is useless. Slow. Just because he's arrested, that don't mean anything though, Petrish. It has to go to court. He's a kind of rich man. He might not be rich because he's not tied to the royal family anymore, but he still has money. He could still be acquitted under suspicious circumstances, or he could do an Epstein. So, who knows? Literally half the video is staring over the camera at the monitor where the Excel spreadsheet is. That's me too. Honestly. I'm having a go at Notion because I'm like, there are no stats. Like, I love Notion, don't get me wrong, but my one gripe is I can't see how many stitches I did on a project in a month because it doesn't work. So I swear floss tube is a job in itself. Oh, it is. It is so hard. And then choosing a schedule where you're like, am I gonna record? Like, I'm changing my recording schedule, so I'm recording on hopefully the first Saturday. It's basically whatever Saturday ends up being the Saturday everyone else goes shopping in the house but me. And then I can record, and then I can edit. Yeah, but it's still more than we've done about it. Look, I think you just need to give it time, Petrish. People are getting angry. But also, little Petrish, the Dow is 50,000. That's way more important. Look. Oh, for God's sake, I keep catching that. I'm off myself. I know you're just kidding. But like that's what's really important. The Dow is 50,000. I don't even know what that is, by the way. I've just seen it referenced a lot in a Discord I'm in and on the internet in general. No one cares. Well, what's her bloody name? Something Bondi Pam? whatever her name is. Only rich people care. Yeah, I know. I got a spreadsheet off Etsy and it makes my data loving heart happy. It does all the things I want to make. I was gonna make, but I didn't have the energy to do it. Yeah, Barbie, yeah. That's her new name, Barbie. Do you know what? The subtitle said cuckoo. They were like, cuckoo. Or is that the other blonde bitch? Look, they're all the same to me. But I'm glad you found yourself a spreadsheet that does everything you want it to. This is why, even though I have Notion, I still refer both the KKK Barbie, really, yeah. We could be talking about either one of them, it doesn't really matter, it applies to both. But yeah, even though I use Notion to track stats, like certain things, I think I messed with it when I downloaded it originally, like in 2023, and I broke something because it's supposed to track how many stitches you've done on this project, like in the course of the year. Mine are all blank. I can't imagine keeping track of all my stitching. I started doing it in 2022 because I got a bit sick and tired of not having pictures and not having like stats, because I like those things. Like, if I think it depends if you're a numbers person. I'm not a numbers person in the sense that I have a fancy spreadsheet that does all these amazing things, because my poor brain cell will burn up and die. I learned all this when I was in school. My brain retained zero of it. As soon as I left school, the recycling bin in my brain put everything that was from school into it, and then it right clicked and emptied, so it's all gone. So I do little sittings of stitching sometimes, and I totally would forget. Do you know what? In the corner of my eye, I was like, Froggy. Oh, forget. It's fine. Look, I read it how you wanted it to be read. I didn't read it as it was. So we're nearly done with this diagonal. We have 4 colours, 3 colours, 4 colours. I can count. These two look the same to me on this diagonal. And we're 2.5 hours in. Yeah. Froggy. His thumb just went click then. Ow. I retained nothing from school. Sometimes I don't even retain stuff from the day before. But yeah, I only like keeping track though, because when I first started stitching I didn't, and it's also really handy for certain projects, like with my full coverage ones especially, that are going to take years. It's nice to see when I started them and how many stitches. Like, as I get older and I have, even though I have the same time to stitch as I did like 3 years ago, it's just one of those things though, isn't it, where I can sit for longer bursts. I can't memorize numbers, that's a mood. I can remember my numbers. I could recite. I'm not going to, because that would dox me. I in my head, I have my national insurance number, which is basically like your social security number. I have my PIN number for my card. I have my bank card in my head. I have my phone number in my head. I have, what else do I have in this head? many things, but I can. Oh, my NHS number, I know that. Because when we were at the hospital and they needed it, I just listed it off and I was like, oh, it's blank, 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 blank. And they were like, how do you know that? And I was like, I just stared at it for a really long time in hospital. It makes it easier. Because when we need transport to get us to and from the London hospital, they ask for my hospital number, and every time before I remembered it, me and mum would just look at each other and go, now I just go, it's blank, 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 blank. And they look at me like I've just told them something. Like, and they're like, what? I'm like, well, why do you ask people for these things? I totally have my social memorized. I think if you don't need it as often, it's not, you don't really need it in your head. Mine just retains to useless things. As we found out, I only started keeping track this January and it's been fascinating. I did like 22k in January and that blew my mind. Yeah, like I think it's fun to keep track of. Like as long as you're not using it to compare yourself to other people and be like, oh, I didn't do as much. So like my goal every day is to stitch 300 stitches. And it doesn't matter if it's 100 in a project and then 200 in another. I'm supposed to? Oh, okay then. Maybe you need to sit down and stare at it and think about it. I don't know how I memorize my things. I just stare at it for a really long time until it's ingrained into my eyeballs. And then it gets put somewhere up here where it's supposed to go. I do need to go use the bathroom. I'll do this stitch and then I'll just take a break. I'm not gonna switch scenes just in case my computer freaks like it did last time. So I'm just gonna in a second get up and go to the bathroom and then come back, and hopefully when I come back OBS is still running. I was gonna say running and working. That's what running is now. It's working and running. It's supremely difficult for me to translate numbers from in my brain to outside, and I usually scramble them without realizing. Yeah. That sounds like dyslexia and or dyscalculia, which is dyslexia with numbers. Also, who decided to give people with dyslexia the worst spelling, like the worst word to spell? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I tried the rewrite. Oh my god, now I can't talk. I tried the rewriting it over and over, which sometimes works with words, and it doesn't with this. Yeah. I'm pretty sure I got both. Yeah, you probably do. If you're getting numbers swapped, like 2s and 5s, because they look kind of similar, except for mine, because I draw mine like Zs. But anyway, I'm gonna take a quick break again. I'm not gonna put a BRB up. I'm just gonna disappear, as in walk away. I'm gonna mute everything though, so you don't hear anything. But I'll be back in a few minutes. If people come in and they're like, why is Emma not doing anything? I'm in the bathroom. Just let them know. And if Zelda comes along, you gotta start saying swiper no swiping. Okay. I'm kidding, it's not gonna work. You can try, it might, but I'll be back in a few. back and OBS survived. Yay. I walked in and the first thing, because I can see the screen when I walk in the room, I was looking and I was like, it's hard to tell because I can't see anything moving. So I had to look at the YouTube music thing to move and I was like, oh, it's still moving. I was like, yes, OBS didn't die. Because remember last time I went to use the bathroom and I came back and that's when OBS died. So it survived a break. Yay. Thank you, Petrish. I love how we had this little area here that's quite dark, and now we just have some bright red coming in. Look at this. It's not bright red, it's 817. Yeah. The chart is super pretty, by the way. Thank you. It is Leonid Afremov makes amazing pieces, and what I love about his style is that you can see the paint on the canvas. I haven't started any of the ones I bought from Artisy yet, but I'm wondering how different their charting is compared to Hade. That's what I was trying to get to. I do love this one. This one was actually picked by the Twitch community, kind of. I say kind of because I gave them the option to have this as a stream only project and they picked it. I am thinking in the future, once YouTube memberships become a thing, the last Fridays of the month, I thought about dedicating one stream per month to YouTube only and Twitch only. So only those of you that are members of both my Twitch and YouTube. So subscribers on Twitch, but members on YouTube. I'm explaining that badly, I think. And it'd just be a bonus stream at the end of every month that only those of you that support me monetarily would be able to watch. I might set it so those of you that can't pay can see it after the fact, but the actual live will only be available to those of you that do support as a way to give back. And I think we'd pick another project across Twitch and YouTube, so we'd have to figure out a way for you both sides to agree on the same one. And Twitch likes to tie polls, so we'll see. But I think it might be fun to have a project I only work on once a month for these bonus streams that has been picked by the community and only gets worked on that one Friday a month. Or we could do, actually no, because that would take way too long. I was gonna say we could do, like, you know, because Twitch picked this one, YouTube could pick one, and then once that one's finished, the other would get to pick. And I'm like, they're Hades, they're full coverages, they're gonna take me years. That's not possible to say, well, YouTube, you're gonna have to wait till when this one's done, because Twitch will never get to pick a project again. I thought that's something I could do to give back to those of you that do support me monetarily. And it wouldn't take any content away from those of you that can't. Because you'd still get your streams. Because if you think about it, I would take the last Friday off anyway. You know. So if I stream that Friday, I think it being a bonus stream of the project that both Twitch and YouTube have picked together would do. So we could do like a bracket, really, couldn't we? I'd have to figure out how to do it. That's valid. I have my one Hade. That I've already decided is going to be my lifetime piece. Oh, which one, Angel? I'm doing maybe 1% a month. Oh, is it Hades and Persephone? Yeah, it's Hades and Persephone. It's like 300,000 stitches. Yeah. My 10th Doctor is I think that's my biggest Hade. And then the 6 Portals is my lifetime piece because that thing is 964,800 stitches. See, I told you I keep useless numbers in my head. Why do I need to know that off the top of my head? What? Oh, bank robbers. Like, how much money do you have? I have 964,800. Wait, no I don't. I have 0. Damn it. They checked my bank. Why did you say you had that much? I have a cross stitch with that many stitches. It's not my fault. You under stress, it just came out. But no, I definitely think the 10th is my biggest Hade, and then my biggest non-Hade is the 6 Portals, which outranks them all. Dace is stitching the Garden of Earthly Delights, which is 1,000,000 stitches. So I've got that. I know Hades Persephone is actually 294,500, but rounding up, yeah. It's easier to round it up than... Because if I rounded mine up, it'd be 965,000. Why did my subtitles put a dollar amount in front of that? Now I really am going to get robbed. Guys, I do not have $965,000. Please don't. I don't have that. If I did, there would be signs. You know those TikToks and that's like, if I was rich, you would know. You would know. I wouldn't be putting up with this computer. I would have bought a new one by now. I mean, technically I have, but I'm paying that off finance. I haven't paid that out of pocket because if I had that money, I would have. I would have 20 million diamond paintings. when we go to the hospital and when I go to the hospital and we can get there by my granddad and not transport, we listen to the radio, and one of the radios does a competition to win money, and it's like lots of money. Dude, there would be signs. I'd have far more pets. I don't think we need more pets in this house, so that would be one of the things we don't need. This house is kind of a zoo as it is, with 2 cats, 2 dogs, and 11 birds. So saying, yeah, I'd have so many diamond paintings. I have 1 dog and 1 cat. I want a Rottie or a Pitbull. We used to have 2 Rottweilers. One sadly passed away, and then we now have a Rottweiler and a Staff. and the staff is practically bald. She has a skin condition, which she has an allergy to something. We haven't quite worked out what it is, and the poor dog's bald. The vets aren't sure, they think it's chicken or yeast, but sometimes it just flares for no reason. So, yeah. Want a Newfie? A Newfoundland? I don't know, I can't remember what type of dogs those are. I'm scared to touch anything on my computer. I have a half pit bull mutt who looks like a barrel, coloured like a hound. Oh. We can't have certain dog breeds here in the UK anymore because of the bully mix stigma. Like, we cannot have them, otherwise our dogs would be taken and destroyed, as in euthanized. It's like, yay. Punish the dogs for bad owners. Well done. Dogs can't help it. Dogs can't help if they're trained to attack on sight, whereas people can. I'm playing with fire every time I open up Discord to get rid of a notification because they bug me. Yeah, I want a Newfoundland. Big, fluffy, drooly doggos. Oh, I probably do know what they are, but like I said, I can't look at anything on this computer because it might die. The sweetest dog in the house is a bully breed. Yeah. I know mine loves everyone, like everyone. Yeah, when we went to the hospital on Tuesday, me and my mum did, when we were walking out to go towards the car park, there was a therapy dog. And it was like, you can have your pet be a therapy dog to go around to hospitals to let people stroke them and to help. And my mum was like, oh, could you imagine Lola, who's our staff, be one? I said, Mum, that poor dog would be bald. Because if you rub her head, she gets a little bald spot. She has very fine fur. She'd look like a chicken. Plucked. And it's like, oh, it's so sad. And then the Doberman, and last is the Chihuahua. Ah, yes, big, tiny. Where's the Chihuahua? Oh, the Doberman sat on them. Get off! I'm just checking my phone real quick because I want to see if there are any new releases from Diamond Art Club, but I'm scared to look on my computer. Have something. What is this? Ew. What's this? Not my thing. Is that it? Oh, that's what that was. Okay. I saw this thing and it looked weirder. I only saw this bit. Hang on, I'm trying to get so you can. I saw that and I was like, this is a weird plant. It's an eagle. He bullies the bigger girls. Yeah, they do. I have red-nosed pit, a Labrador pit mix, and a beagle. Uh-oh. Is it? Okay, it froze. Sorry. I have a red-nosed pit, a Labrador pit mix, and a beagle, big Cavalier, Pomeranian mix, 2 cats, and a ball python. We basically have, like I said, 2 cats, 2 dogs, and 11 birds. The Doberman will correct him appropriately, but the bully will just let him do whatever. Whatever? What is wrong with my mouth today? Whatever. I had much more. I had 12 babies at one point. Oof. Guys, there's one I really like, and it's by the same artist who done Springbringer, JoJo's art. Right, like, Look at that. I really like that one. And there's another one this artist has that's already on Diamond Art Club called, I think it's called Seasons Change. And I'm like, oh, but that's the only one I really like. This one's a nice one too. This would probably go on the wish list. I can't make that any clearer for you guys. But the rest are not as... I can't tell if this one's AI. Because there are some artists that have this style. But this is the artist. Where is it? Joseph Holoduke, sorry. Like, this gives me AI, especially the blurring here. Do you see it? I know the camera is making it look blurry, but it looks like there's a smear there. And like the trees, because it's like the house is kind of in focus, but then you just got whatever this is. So I think this, oh no, it's definitely AI. Look at that wonky house. No, this is AI, never mind. Not that I was going to get this, I wasn't interested in it, but I was like, I couldn't tell. It's definitely AI. Never mind that question. Then you got this slop as well. This one. I have Springbringer. I'm thinking of destashing. Oh, how come? And then this is the newest one they just showed, which is the eagle. So... I waited months for Springbringer to restock. I saw Rachel Ray finish hers and I was like, oh, I really want that. And it was actually the first project, well, the first kit to give me 2 of the same card. They were both bronze, but I got 2, you know, so... I thought it froze again. I was wiggling my thread and everything and it just wasn't moving. King Cavalier I meant to say. Stinky OBS. No, I think it's just I'm so used to it freezing that when I don't see something move, I think it's froze, but sometimes it's just I'm off camera. I only noticed it wasn't because Leap blinked. So I was like, oh. I have way too many DPs and I'm financially struggling. Yeah, that makes sense to destash then. Oh, you froze sound-wise for a moment for me on Twitch? Oh, maybe it did freeze then. Yeah. I just hope, you know, when the new computer turns up, I could still use this computer to stream with. Like, if I wasn't planning on giving this one to my sister, I could have used the second one as a streaming machine, so I could stream off that one and use this one still. But I think it'd just be better to just give my sister this one. She can put up with this. It probably won't do it for her, knowing me. But my granddad recently bought a tiny Hoover. It's like a handheld one that you can use to like get crumbs and that off your desk. And it can also blow. So I was like, oh, I can use that to clean out my new computer. He did also say I could use it. That's not just me saying, well, now he's done that. Because I was going to get it anyway because they've been advertising it on the telly. And I was like, oh, that actually would be handy for me to have a Hoover. I do need to use it on my keyboard though, because this keyboard is so hairy. It doesn't matter how often I take it apart and clean it, because Zelda just likes to flop on the keyboard. Within a day of me cleaning it, it's just hairy again. And I'm like, yeah, I give up. I have thought about getting a thing for my for my computer that makes it so it doesn't sit under my desk and it has more airspace. Like, this computer isn't being suffocated under my desk. It's not. I've done all the things you're not supposed to do, where you put it under the desk and you put it like up against the wall and up against the desk. It's got room, so it's not a heat issue. It's just one of the fans doesn't work. So when my sister gets this one, she's gonna probably take it apart and put it back together. I'm just carrying this thread. I'm not gonna stop and end every thread because I cannot be bothered with this one. When the strands are this long, I don't see the point. So there might be a few diagonals where I'm just going wee. Just need to find the gap where these go though. That's the issue. Right there, I think. That looks right. You got the two there. Yep. I did show you guys the back earlier. When we finish this diagonal, I'll show you again. We're down to 3 colours on this diagonal. We have ads starting soon, which is good. I don't mind the streams where OBS freezes like it has been but doesn't completely die, because yes, it's annoying when it freezes, but it's better because I don't have to restart my whole computer just to spend an hour doing that and then streaming for like an hour or so and it start doing it again. So as much as I hate the freezing that it's been doing, and I'm sorry you guys have had to put up with it, but also thank you for putting up with it this whole time. As I keep saying, when the new computer arrives, everything should be a lot smoother. So we'll just have to put up with everything that's happening right now for the time being. The computer's been ordered. It's just I picked a case that is pre-order. As the day that computer moves from order confirmed to being built, you guys will know, okay? There were things to get bothered by, there are, but it's annoying me. I am very picky and fussy when it comes to the quality I expect my streams to be. And when it's something that's out of my control, like this, it annoys me because I can't fix it. There's no button I can magically press to fix it. Like, if my webcam was jittering, I could just, also you're not going to be able to see the bottom of this as we get there, I'll just do that for now. It's not like my camera is jittering in and out of focus and I can turn that off and fix it, turn autofocus off. It's just tech side, and I hate it because tech stuff stresses me out because it's money I don't have. Like, that's the thing, it's money I don't have. I don't know. Yeah, that's understandable. So it could be, if it starts getting intolerable, I will either have to take a break from streaming or will become a console streamer where I will just use my Elgato and my PlayStation and will just play games until the new one arrives. Like, I will do something. And I know some of you are only here for stitching. Like, you only want to see me stitch on things. But, these things will, if it has to happen, it has to happen. I'm trying to find where this thread needs to go, though. Let's see. 1, Like, I will still stitch in my free time. I just wouldn't be able to stream it because of OBS. Also, we are done with a colour, so I will just move this needle minder out of the way. I like both, I just lurk more in gaming streams, yeah. I just know there are some people, I'm not talking about anyone specific when I say this, I'm talking about Twitch in general, you know, that don't like it when a streamer is doing one thing and then changes to another, or multi crafts or multi streams, different things. They're like, just stick to the one thing and stay there. And it's like, technically though, I used to do cross stitch, drawing, and games. Although I only did like a few drawing streams, you know, but I did used to draw on stream with my iPad, and then when I got my drawing tablet, I did one stream for Crafty Day In. But yeah. I mean, there is that God of War game I really want to play, the Sons of Sparta. Right, that is 2 colours. We are down to 1 colour left on this diagonal, Doctor. Get ready. The ads, of course, and the computer freezes. This computer, guys. I was like, Doctor gets getting so excited. My computer was like, calm down. Calm down. We were too hyped for the final. I have tears in my eyes from the way I was laughing just now. Oh my goodness, the audacity of this computer to deny Doctor the chance to wish me a happy diagonal on stream. Honestly, if OBS closed at that moment, I think I would have just stopped. I would have just started laughing so hard I'd cry. Although I'm doing that kind of now. Oh my goodness. The timing of my computer, though, when I was like, Doctor, get ready, and it was like, no. I'm just gonna have a drink real quick. Finish my hexy before you. That's fine. I'm not working on hexagons, so it's all good. Oh. And look, every time my computer freezes, I stop stitching so we don't miss a stitch. And that was a long one. I also have to tame this new beast. I might need more of the bobbins. Oh boy, though. I got everyone really hyped to finish the diagonal. My computer was like, hold it. Hold it right there. Everyone curb your enthusiasm. We were too powerful for my computer, guys. We're like the Care Bears, but for stitching. You all sent too much power over the internet to my computer, and it was like, ugh. God, could you imagine if you could hear the cackling I did whilst my computer was froze? You could just hear me going, So yeah, when I start doing gaming streams, the computer ones might be out of the equation for now. And I was actually really looking forward to playing games like Hades 1 and 2. Especially now 2 is fully out. Happy diagonal? Yeah, see, OBS was not going to stop that. Now OBS, if it wishes to, it can crash. The diagonal is done. I just got to end this thread. You know, we've still got another hour stream. I can't see, guys. My eyes are... Oh! Oh! Wait, no. You know, computer, I was joking when I said you could crash once I'd finished the diagonal. We have another hour. Stop. Look at the stitch count, 169. Panic. There we go, 175. Look at how many stitches we've done today, guys. And now I gently drag OBS all the way back up to do that one stitch and to park it all the way down there. Woo! But first, I need to move these threads around. These are all the threads I had that weren't in the... Hang on, let's move it up. These are all the threads I had that weren't in the bobbin. So we have 2 down here, and then we have this chunk here. And then all this is what's in the bobbin. Let's see how thick that is. Look at that thick. It looks like, you know when people are colour mixing clay and things in a roller? And it makes this weird colour. That's what that looks like right now. I will gently untangle these threads from each other so I can separate them into groups. Ish. $22 more. Nice, doctor. Uh-oh. I'm saying uh-oh because almost threw Emma in the sink. Nah. I can't swim, Petrish. Don't do it. I also need... Okay, it's okay, I caught you. Good. No swimming for Emma. I might be a frog. I'm a frog that can't swim. I know, it's weird, isn't it? Yeah, a frog that can't swim. You see, when I was cursed by the witch and was turned from a human into a frog, I kept the inability to swim. It's very unfortunate. You'd have thought witch turns you into frog, you'd get the benefits of being a frog with the added benefit of being able to communicate and understand people. No, I can do that, but I don't get the frog powers, so I can't swim. It's not very good for my frog skin. I have to soak in a bath, you know, frog, or in a shower, to keep my frog skin nice and slimy. There you go, there's some VTuber lore for my upcoming debut. When's my debut? Good question. When I finish a Haid. I was gonna say, how do you stay hydrated? I just sit in the shower and I run the shower on me and I just sit there. Sorry, I'm just gently untangling these threads because these are stupidly long. I had it and then I started pulling threads a bit too hard and then they're getting stuck together. This is all the ones for the next 2 sections, so they're staying out. So this thick group here. And then all this will go in the bobbin. Like so. And then I just gently loosen it. And then it just sits there like that. These ones are a little, like, crooked. It's fine. Clue is the one I actually left open for that, but never mind. Right, I need to start this colour that I left all the way over there and put my needle minders in their position. Look at how thick that pile is for the next 2 sections. Webcam is right in my eye now, so it's like I have to get right up and personal with the webcam from the back. If this webcam had a mic, it'd be like ASMR, where I'm right behind you, breathing down your neck, like. See how much longer this thing will last. Yeah, if it was that ASMR, I wouldn't be watching. Pet peeve, yeah. I don't like certain things either in ASMR. I don't like it when they over-sexualize themselves. It's like you're trying to make people sleep, not aroused. You want to do that? Make an OnlyFans. Like, Twitch was overran with women doing those. Well, mostly women doing those like ASMR, where it's like it's basically the porn channels that you can find on the TV where they're not allowed to be nude, but they're doing sexual things to try and get you to phone them so they can talk dirty to you. And it's just basically that. Also, is my camera still in focus on this new part at the top? Because I had the focus for down there, but it might not be now. It's moved up here. On my end, it looks alright, but when I watched the VOD back for frogs kissing, it didn't look in focus. Still focused? That's alright then. I went to go click the tick on pattern keeper and it was like, freeze! Ay, 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 ay. Still focused. Okay. Natty. What I might do today is we'll either go until I finish this first 100 stitched diagonal section here, or until my timer says 3.5 hours, which isn't going to be our 4-hour stream, but we might have to cut today's one short because of the PC, and then tomorrow I will work on this again and we'll try and do the 4 hours tomorrow. And I'll start when I'm supposed to, hopefully. I have no editing to do, so that's not going to be a problem. But we'll see. Because there was a time where the freezing was like few and far between, and now it's like closer and closer and it's getting longer, and my computer's starting to get hot into here. So we'll go probably either till I finish this first section. You can't even see where the line's supposed to be. Hang on, let's just draw a line. They'd try to jump off then. So there it is. Sorry, I'm now punching the microphone. Sorry. Figure out a better camera angle tomorrow because I am literally... I have to get so close that this turns into one object and not the two. Yeah, I thought I'd fixed the freezing issue because I have a on my Stream Deck app on my computer. I have a button that's a multi-action button that will open everything I need for streaming. So I don't have to open everything individually and forget something. So I had it open up OBS, mix it up, Caster Labs, which is the one that combines the YouTube and the Twitch chat, so I can see both on my OBS view. And Mix It Up is the bot I use to do all the things that appear on screen, like when you do certain things, and like the messages that pop up in chat when people redeem like the lurker hello, when the timer for 5 minutes before an ad starts goes off as well. That's what that is. And it can also bring up the spin the wheel thing when that gets redeemed, which is still off at the moment because we're working on this till 2%. But like that, like what Doctor just redeemed. I do want to add a little animation to that though, so I can have something, it will just pop up in the side and wave and then disappear. So it's not like, it won't say who redeemed it or anything, even though it does it technically in chat. But I ignore that. Whenever I see someone redeem that, I ignore that. And I'm like, oh, this person is lurking and wants to say hello. So I don't acknowledge the message even though I see it. And I acknowledge it in my head. I don't acknowledge it verbally because the whole point of people wanting to lurk is they don't wish to be perceived. And some people are too busy working to concentrate on a stream and reply back. So if you ever pop into chat and you say hi and I ask you how you are and you're like, I don't want to talk, you don't have to reply. I'm not going to be like, excuse me, I asked you a question, because I just say it to see, and if you want to say how you are, that's fine. If you don't, that's also fine. I don't want people to feel like they have to talk just because they said hi in my chat. That's also why the lurker hello is there as well, because like it's there if you want to say hi, I'm watching and I'm listening, but I don't have the capacity to be active in chat, but I want to let you know I'm still here to support and stuff. I do it when I'm half asleep and gonna just go back to sleep, yeah, and that's fine. But there's so much stuff I want to do. So like when I drink, I want my sippy emote to pop up, and I want it to be like, this person wants you to have a drink, you dehydrated being. Because yes, but it doesn't, so yeah. And it needs to have a little sound to it so I know it's gone off, because sometimes I don't see them because I'm stitching. I'm not looking at the, oh no, that can stay on the needle. I'm not looking at chat most times because I'm like getting a thread, I'm putting a thread away, or I'm having a drink anyway, and so I'm like, oh well, this works. And then my fiance gets to hear Emma while I sleep, and he just goes, who is this mad woman that Petrish watches? Sorry, I was having a drink. That little slurpee was the straw slipping off my mouth. Now he knows of you, I talk about you. Oh? No, you talk about me like I talk about you lot. I knew you were gonna be like, huh? Well, my mum likes to ask how my stream went, so I like to tell her that, you know, I was having fun conversations with people, and sometimes I say the weird conversations we have. or the funny things that happen. That's all. Like, sometimes my mum will ask about specific people if she's heard me talk about them and say that this person's not very well at the moment. She'll be like, oh, how's such and such doing? And I'll be like, oh, I don't know, because yeah, I haven't seen them in chat today, or they were in chat but they were lurking, so I didn't want to, or I assumed they were there lurking, so I didn't want to bother them, you know. But yeah, that's how it goes for me talking about you. Yeah. Do you know what? I have got better at saying you. In 2020, when I first started streaming, I couldn't work out how to put the Y in front of all. It came out really bad. I was told by every American watching my stream that day to never utter those words again. But now I've just turned the webcam on. Apologies. And now I can just say it naturally. I don't replace you all in my normal language, just when I read messages with it. My mum would disown me if I started talking like an American. It's not a real word, so I don't really care how you say it. No, I'm being serious. I had people like tell me to never say those words because I butchered how to say it. It's like, well, if you don't know how to say it, right, or you've only ever heard it on TV, and the people on TV have really thick accents, like southern accents, it's gonna come out sounding weird. Especially when it's someone who has the dialect of a posh person, and it's like, it doesn't sound right. Also, guys, we've broke 200 stitches today. I think this is the most stitches I've ever put in on this piece in a stream to date since I started this. I'd have to check. If it is, I will put it in the message when I post to Discord later. But I was like, look, America, you stole our language and you took the U out of colour and neighbour, and you added extra to aluminium to make it aluminum. You know, I think it's fair that if I can't say you the way you want. The computer freezing has some advantages. It's just making me stay longer. If anything though, last time this happened I had done like 23 with the computer freezing. Sorry, the camera is in the way of my hand now, so I'm going to keep smacking it. I apologise. Is that still in focus? On this side it looks like it's blurry. It could be my eyes. I think it's also, compare me today to me last week as well. You could probably hear as the week went on last week with the computer issues, I was just getting like more and more like, you know, I think I was just really stressed. And I think now I know there is a new computer coming and all that, it's like, you know, I had actually worked it out of my vocabulary because my friend at the time kept pointing out when I said it, and it embarrassed me, but I'm trying to work it back in because F them. I hate people that do that, that make fun of you, especially if they're your friend, and it's not like in jest, you know, it's not like you mispronounced the word once and you said it in a funny way, but you can normally pronounce it fine, and so it's like an inside joke that you pronounced it like that. Like, that's fine. But when it's like, you pronounce that weird, and it's like, what do you mean? You don't say it like how we say it, so it's wrong. And it's like, no, you just grew up somewhere different to me. It's like in this house, I pronounce words differently to how some other people, and my mum will go, it's this one, and I'll be like, I don't care. I'm not standing in front of a crowd of people giving a very important speech, and if I mess it up, I'm gonna be beheaded. Like, does it matter if some words I say differently to how they're supposed to be? I was teased that I was country. I mean, here in the UK, depending on like where you go, we sound completely different. Like you go up north, they cut out words. Instead of saying I'm going to the shop, they go I'm going to shop. Off to shop. And it's like, well, that's technically wrong, but it's also the dialect of the place. Yes, when you talk like a northerner, you do have to deepen your voice. It is law. I'm just gonna take that one out because I need that one to. There we go. When that's probably the only country thing I do, yeah, screw them. Screw them. And sometimes, you know, if you've never said a word out loud and you've always read it in your head and you've never heard anyone ever pronounce it and you say it wrong, like, does it really matter? Just correct them once and be like, just let you know, you don't pronounce the letter in this word. It's like xylophone. You don't go xylophone, it's just xylophone, you know? Just, you don't pronounce it. It'd be like, or phone, you don't go phone, you go phone. You know, you wouldn't go, oh my god, you pronounce it like that? The only time I would do that is if they said it really cool, but it wasn't like, you know, they'd never said it before and they said it and it sounded really amazing. I'd be like, oh my god. I'd be like, I might have to start saying like that too. But I don't like people that make fun of someone for saying something wrong. Because, like, they could have a learning disability, they could have English as a second or third language, or they could just be not very confident in their speaking, and you telling them that they're doing it wrong isn't helping. Like I said, there's a way to correct and be nice about it, but like, hey, just to let you know, you don't pronounce it like that. You pronounce it like this. If it's a certain word and it doesn't matter which way you pronounce it, then don't worry. But it's like, oh, you know, you don't pronounce this word or this letter in it. It's silent, and it's like, yeah, I know, it's weird. I didn't come up with it, you know. Yeah, everyone doesn't know something at some point in their life. We chill people, but Petrish, they can't. They, you know, they're so unhappy with their lives that they want to drag other people down to their level. And if you're not miserable and you're happy, that's too bad, because I'm miserable, so you have to be miserable too. That's basically what it's like. And there are so many words in English. Yeah. We have like 3 different types of there. We have like there, and there. Is that 4? There is THEY. No, that's they. Hang on. Spelling with Emma. She gets the first word wrong. Yeah. Ba-dum, 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 bum. It's THERE, meaning it's over there. There's THEIR, which means this belongs to them, it's theirs. Then you have THEY apostrophe RE, which is they are, which is another there. Is that the 3? There. See? And then there's I get where and were wrong. Because it's like, which one does the H go in? And look, English is my first and only language, and even I get confused. I sent my sister a message earlier when I was starting stream to let her know that I would be streaming because she was out, because she was watching Iron Lung, and I was like, I hope you enjoy the movie and stuff. And I put there, and I put the wrong there, so I had to edit and put they are, because I put there. I put they, and I was like, that's not the whole thing. It's meant to be they are. No, it was your. Sorry, I get your and your. You know, Y-O-U-R and then Y-O-U-R-E with an apostrophe over the U. Yeah. Like, this is yours, and you are going to the ball, sort of thing. But guys, I am the last person you should speak to if you want English advice, because... Yeah, people that English isn't their first language apologise a lot, and I'm like, nah, it's not just you. It's hard, and I mess it up all the time. It's no big deal, exactly. Like, yeah, like, it does annoy me though when people are like, this is how you say the word properly, you know, and they're very mean about it, and it's like, or you could do what I do, and when someone says something and they misspell something, rather than pointing it out, you just read it how you think it's supposed to be, you know. I don't think there's anything wrong with doing that. There really is no reason to shame people most of the time, yeah. And by correcting them just by reading it how it's supposed to be, like you assume it's supposed to be, it can also help them to learn what the word they were thinking of is. Because there are times where the language, like the English translation for some words is stupid. We can all admit that. And, you know, when you're so used to it being in a certain way, and then you're trying to learn the English way, and you're like, oh, well, it's this, and it's like, what? Yeah, this word in your language means this, and it's like, but that's not what it means for us. And it's like, oh, well, that's too bad. You know, like I think it's like, it's very difficult for people to learn a second or a third language, and then add English in, and it's like, oh. Plaid means lapgan. What, in Dutch to English? Like the Dutch word for plaid is lapgan in English. It's like, what? See, like that makes no sense. Because plaid in English is a type of gingham, but it's not in Dutch, and it's like that's confusing. Because when Doctor was trying to ask about it, we were getting very confused because those words are something different for me to Doctor. Plaid seems an English word to me. It is. But plaid is a type of gingham. It's where you have it. It's like a checkerboard, kind of. It's very weird, isn't it? I'm starting to get really hungry. I've also realised we've gone over the 3.5 hour limit that I said. Oh well. We have 19 minutes till the next ad break. We'll see if I last. I realised way before you, yeah. I'm just yapping away and everyone's looking at the time going, didn't Emma say she was ending at 3:30? Like, on the timer? I did. But here we are. I really dislike ending a conversation. Like, if a conversation comes to a lull and I can end, then I will. But if it's like someone's replying to a question I've asked, I'm not gonna be like, right guys, you're gonna have to answer that question for me tomorrow. I forgot. No, it's fine. I'm not expecting any of you to keep an eye on the time to tell me when to stop it. It was more of a, we'll see how I go. But my stomach might win. Because it is growling like a good one right now. And I think I've done plenty on this. So we could finish this row, these 2 stitches, and then call it, because like I said, I have done 210 stitches on this today, which like I said, I think is a record. I would have to check, but I'm scared to check right now. And my phone likes to delete apps so it can install updates. So there's no point in me reinstalling my Google Sheets on my phone if it's just gonna uninstall itself in a week. Is that? It looks like it's here with all this red. Should be, is it this green? It's way too far away. Oh, is it this red near the bottom? It is. Okay, it's over here. This is where. This is. So it's all the way, it's there. You can't even see. That's where we have to park our thread. We did that stitch right up there and it has to go all the way down there. I'm scared of pulling this one too hard because this poor thread, it has seen better days. Look at it. It's like one snag away from just dying. That's how my PC feels. We will thread our next needle, even though we won't be touching this next row till tomorrow. Because I think I will call stream after this one stitch. I need some food. And I need the PC to stop freaking out. And where are you going, my friend? Are you... Oh, you're right at the bottom as well. Right there. The PC? Yeah. Almost finished. Another hexagon. Go, doctor. Go, doctor. That'll be 6 today. Nice. Good job. You're gonna see, you are gonna catch up slowly but surely. Just remember to take enough breaks so your hands don't cramp. Oh, actually, I think I parked this. Oh no, it's that one there. It's fine. I got confused. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. But with this stitch, complete. And the threading of the next, that will be it from me. So we will finish today on 213 stitches. We shall see if that is a record. Because if stream crashes now, it doesn't matter. I'm done. You just won't get my 20-minute goodbye. So it'll save some time. Here we go, the threading of the needle. This concludes today. I will also just real quick though wrap these threads up in the bobbin. So don't drag these loose threads everywhere. There we go. There we have it. Let me just take this off of here real quick to do a show. I know it's blurry, but look at that. Diagonal done. And then the back, for those of you that wish to see the back. Those lines where I carry my thread. I wouldn't normally, as you can see, I didn't do that here. But with this being stupidly long and I'm trying to use them up, I might as well for this. But that bit feels really nice and soft. It feels like a silk. But there we go, guys. There it is. And we are slowly closing the gap on these stitches that I stitched right at the beginning when I started working on this. These ones that are annoying. That's the last cluster. The rest are like a little bit and confetti. So this is the last cluster we will have to work around. So yay. Right, now let's see if switching scenes will kill this. Ready? Hold your breath. It lived. Yay. Let's just put this over here. Turn the light off real quick so I don't have to blind myself. Did the YouTube chat stop ages ago? Because yeah, that seems like this one did. My bad. Right, let's see if I can open things real quick. I just want to see if I type in Melody of the Night what my highest stitch count was. Just go down. Right. Oh, never mind. Never mind. This is not my highest stitch count on this. We had 304 on the 17th, which is the day I started it. 355 on the 19th, and this is June 2024. And then 323 in the 24th of June 2024. But nope, we had no, that's Valentine's, never mind. But since 2024, this is the first time we broke into the 200s. So it's the newest score for the year. There we go. But I want to thank you all for coming today. I appreciate every single one of you, whether you have been here all the time, part of the time, some of the time, or none of the time, because you are lurking. I also extra appreciate those of you that stuck around with all this. I'm sorry. Again, new computer is coming. Hopefully that will fix all this, so we won't have to worry about all the stuttering and that on streams from here on. But yeah, like my stream status is good on YouTube. It's like it's got issues. I know, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, YouTube. I'll do better in the future. Have a good night. Thank you, Petrus. You have a good rest of your day too. But I'm hopefully going to be back tomorrow. I say hopefully because it's all about the PC. Now I'm feeling better, the computer is the issue now. So hopefully tomorrow the PC will behave and we will do a 4-hour stream tomorrow working on Melody of the Night again. And then next week is the last week of February, and that means the last week of full coverage February. And planning for March will commence soon. Yeah. I will be back tomorrow, 3:30 p.m. UK time, I want to say. But we'll see. Hopefully, I should. I don't have, like I said, I don't have anything to edit. And the floss tube will be out at some point tomorrow. I think it's scheduled. Let's see if the computer's behaving enough right now. It is scheduled for 4:30. Yeah, so I'll be streaming then. But yeah, you can watch that after my stream. It's 50 minutes and 14 seconds long. So yeah, you get that's a bonus stream. But I will be back hopefully tomorrow with more Melody of the Night. If I don't see you tomorrow, I hope you have a lovely Friday and an amazing, fantastic, wonderful weekend full of relaxing crafts, you know, just whatever your heart wants you to do this weekend. You should do it. Unless you have important things to do, then you must do those first, unfortunately. But that is going to be it from me. So with all that said, I hope you all have a lovely rest of your day, and you will stay safe, stay warm, stay cool, depending on your climate, and I will see you back here hopefully tomorrow with more Melody of the Night. So with all that said, goodbye. I did forget the Discord link. Damn it. Hang on. Doctor done it for Twitch. Let me just do it real quick for YouTube. I have a Discord. If you'd like to join the Discord to be notified when I go live and all that, you can do so. Right, bye.